Hey everyone, welcome to WrestleTalk Managers. We're going to get right into it with Miss Elizabeth, more commonly known as Elizabeth Ann Hulett, born on November 19th, 1960, and sadly passed away on May 1st of 2003. She was born in Frankfort, Kentucky, and she died in Marietta, Georgia, from acute toxicity. She was married to Randy Savage from 1984 to 92, and then she got married to Carrie Lubetsky from 1997 to 1999. Her ring names are Elizabeth and Miss Elizabeth. She's 5'6", 115 pounds, built from Louisville, Kentucky. Trained by Randy Savage, she debuted on July 30th in 1985 and retired on August 17th of 2000. She managed wrestlers such as Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, Scott Hall, Lex Luger, Sting, Dusty Rhodes, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. She won the World Wrestling Federation Woman of the Year in 1987, among other accomplishments. She appeared as a playable character in WCW Nitro and WCW Backstage Assault, also appearing in other video games for WWE 2K as well. I think that's pretty much it for her. We're going to move on to Bobby Heenan, more commonly known as Raymond Lewis Heenan, born on November 1st, 1944, more commonly known as Bobby the Brain Heenan. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. He is married to Cynthia Jean since 1974, and he has one child. His ring names are Bobby Heenan, 6 foot, 190 pounds, built from Beverly Hills, California. He debuted in 1960 and retired in 2000. He managed wrestlers such as Angelo Puffo, Nick Bockwinkel, Ravishing Rick Rude, Andre the Giant, King Kong Bundy, Red Rooster, The Barbarian, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, Nigel McGuinness, CM Punk, Nikolai Kovloff, and Colt Cabana, among others. He is the Manager of the Year for Pro Wrestling Illustrated Award for the years 1972, 1976, 1989, and 1991, among other accomplishments. He has 2 books out. He was diagnosed with throat cancer. He is a grandfather. He is good friends with Gene Okerlund. With that said, I think I'm going to move on to Sherri Martel, more commonly known as Sensational Sherri, or Sherri Scroll, or Sherri Russell, more ran on February 8th, 1958, and sadly passed away on June 15th of 2007. She passed away in McCalla, Alabama, but she was born in Birmingham, Alabama, from overdose. She has one child. Her ring names are Sensational Sherri, Sherri Martel, Sister Sherri, Queen Sherri, Scary Sherri, Sensational Sherri, Sherri Martine, and Peggy Sue. 5'7", 132 pounds, built from New Orleans, Louisiana, trained by Donna Cristaniello and Fabulous Moolah. She retired in 2006. Her finishing move is the sleeper hold. Her signature moves when she wrestled were the diving splash and scoop slam. However, she managed wrestlers such as Ian Rotten, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Sullivan, Marty Jannetty, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, among others. Championship-wise, she's a former AWA World Women's Champion 3 times, WWE or WWF Women's Champion 1 time, among other accomplishments as well. She actually helped Shawn Michaels sing his theme song. She was married and divorced 2 times in her life, and at one of her weddings, Booker T gave her away, and she has 1 son. Moving on to Paul Bearer, more commonly known as William Alvin Moody, born on April 10, 1954, and sadly passed away on March 5th of 2013. He was born in Mobile, Alabama, and he sadly passed away in Mobile, Alabama. He passed away from a heart attack. His was married to Diana McDowell up until her passing in 2009, but they got married in 1978. He has 2 children. His real names are Mr. X, Dr. Rigor Mortis, Percival Pringle III, Percy Pringle III, and Paul Bearer. He's 5'11", 450 pounds. Debuted in 1972. He managed wrestlers such as Big Show, Brian Cage, the Dingo Warrior, Mankind, Lex Luger, Kane, The Undertaker, Vader, Steve Austin, Rick Rude, and Shawn Ricker, among others. Championship and other accomplishments wise, he's the Manager of the Year for Pro Wrestling Illustrated in the year 1998, among other accomplishments as well. He has admitted that he had gastric bypass surgery. His wife passed away from complications from breast cancer. His son Michael passed away as well on September 21st of 2014. He's most commonly linked with The Undertaker and Kane and Mick Foley. Moving on to our final person, and probably the most controversial in this situation, is Paul Heyman, more commonly known as Paul Heyman. He was born on September 11th, 1965. He was born in Westchester County, New York, and resides in Scarsdale, New York. He has 2 children. His real names are Paul E. Dangerously and Paul Heyman. He's billed from Scarsdale, New York, and he debuted in 87, I'm sorry. He managed wrestlers such as Brock Lesnar, Cesaro, Bob Orton, Bam Bam Bigelow, Arn Anderson, Adrian Adonis, A-Train, Abdullah the Butcher, 911, CM Punk, Ryback, Curtis Axel, Mark Callis, aka The Undertaker, Medusa, Kurt Angle, Test, Sabu, RVD, among others. He won Pro Wrestling Illustrated Manager of the Year for 1992, among other accomplishments as well. He's most commonly known for ECW. His mother was a Holocaust survivor who sadly passed away on February 27th, 2009 at the age of 81. Pretty much that's about it. We're going to end this out. Next week's Wrestle Talk is Wrestle Talk 205, where I'll be talking about cruiserweight wrestlers TJ Perkins, Akira Tozawa, Neville, Noam Dar, and Austin Aries. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys all next week for Wrestle Talk 205. Peace.